Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
It's time for an Amanda Exclusivo. Hey everybody, you might have seen my next guest in Hamilton or as Simba in The Lion King, and now you can see him as Rock in Take the Lead, which debuted at the Papermill Playhouse in Millburn, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vincent Jamal Hooper. Hey!
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing very well. Very well.
I'm so happy to have you on. Listen, I saw Take the Lead at the Paper Mill. Let me tell you guys, this dude, unreal, amazing. You are fantastic. Dancer, singer, everything. The show is amazing, and it needs to go to Broadway, period.
That's very kind of you to say. Very, very kind. I mean, I think that's the goal from the team is to get it there. So I'm eager to see uh what happens.
If this interview doesn't help get it there, I'm going to try anyway. So tell me, how did you get the role of Rock, and how'd you hear about the show?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was I just got a direct offer one day. I was doing a show off Broadway and got an email and it was like, "Hey, here's an offer for this reading of a new musical called Take the Lead." And I was like, "Sure." I mean, like it's cool to be a part of something new. But I had no real expectations about what my involvement would look like. Until I got there on the first day and I was like, wait, I was like looking through the script and I was like, wait, I have a lot of like lines and things to sing. And I started looking around, I was like, and we're gonna have microphones? I was like, oh, and there's like a drummer and a band in the corner. I was like, oh wait, this is like a thing, like a actual oh, okay.
Oh, was it a musical in the first place?
I mean, I knew it was a musical, but I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Like I thought we were just gonna be like at music stands with a pianist and that's it, and just kind of like, but then yeah, I realized how sort of serious they were taking it, and so that got me really excited. And then yeah, from there it was just kind of like did another workshop and another reading, and kind of like kept going with it. They only really had me audition once, and that was it was right before our first workshop where we did some choreography. And so I think they just wanted to make sure that like me and Savvy could dance. And so, yeah, we went into the studio and like they gave us some choreo and it seemed to have gone well. So, yeah, here we are like 2 years later, roughly.
Wow, 2 years in the making.
Yeah, yeah, and we're actually doing it finally full production at Papermill.
That's amazing. I loved it. My mom and I had a blast at the show, and it was so nice to meet you after the show. And when it comes to Broadway, of course, I'm coming back.
Oh, I
Duh.
mean, yeah, let's do it.
Everyone was so great in the show, but I want to go back in time a little bit. Yes, I did my research, Vincent. I did. So let's talk about Lion King. So tell me about playing Simba on Broadway. And I'm sure that headpiece you had, can we talk about that too? I feel like not a lot of people get to know. I'm sure that's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
heavy.
It's not necessarily heavy because they make
Oh,
it made out of like carbon fiber and thermoplast, which is like a medical grade plastic.
yeah.
And it's custom fit to your head and all these sorts of things. But I mean, it is you're so aware that there's an object on your head. Like it's like I don't know that anybody's ideal situation is doing a Broadway show with a football helmet on the whole time. So that's a little tricky. It takes some getting used to. But yeah, I mean, the show playing Simba is it's an interesting navigation because you're not really in Act One at all. So, but you still arrive at the same half hour call as everybody else. So it's like this weird thing of you might warm up before the show, but then by the time you come on stage, you're probably not warm still because you've had so much time to just like sit. And so you come out for Hakuna Matata. It's this big explosive thing. You're doing cartwheels and jumping and singing very high. And then you have another like 20 minutes or so on the other side of intermission before you come back on stage. So you're just kind of like, okay, now I'm cold again. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like you're sort of always sort of going 0 to 60 and really quickly.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen Lion King so many times that grown up Simba comes up later.
Yeah, yeah. And once you're on stage in Act Two, you never really leave. So I think maybe like 3 or 4 water moments in Act Two where I can like take a quick sip as I'm probably, crossing backstage to come back on. Um, but yeah, it's it's very physical and yeah, gotta stay on top of all that.
Oh my God, no, Lion King is one of my favorite shows ever. Ever. So I was like, I got to talk to him about it because when I was younger, I saw the show. I actually went backstage. I go to the stage door after every show usually,
Yeah.
and I must have been like 5 or 6. So you probably wouldn't have known who the adult Nala was when I saw it. But she came out and she ended up giving me, my mom, and another family a tour
Oh,
backstage. The set is sick.
oh yeah, it's
I
crazy.
remember it. Oh my God, that was like one of the coolest days ever.
Yeah, the stage can do any and everything. We have a turntable. We've got an elevator. We've got a rake.
Oh,
It's so much going on.
no. But oh my God, no, I mean, I wish I saw you as Simba, but at least I got to see you as Rock and take the lead. But
Yeah.
you've also been in Hamilton as well. I'm sure people have seen you there and you've seemed to wear a bunch of different hats, right? So what was your favorite role to play?
Aaron Burr, easily. I mean, it's not even a competition. I mean, I think most people that have done the show or even really vaguely familiar with it, I think would agree that Aaron Burr is the best character in the show. It has the most satisfying arc, especially as an actor. And so, yeah, anytime I got to do that, I was like, oh, this is the goods, And it's rare that you experience a specifically like in the musical theater space, a character that's written with that much depth and like things to mind and emotional life, and there's so much in there, which is yeah, again like such a gift to an actor to do that.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And if you could land any role in any Broadway show or any play, what would it be?
Ooh,
I
I
know.
mean, I do keep a list. I can give you the quick rundown of the list if you like.
Oh yeah, I'm yours. We have time.
Okay, so um Melchior or Morwitz in Spring Awakening, Jamie last 5 years, Judas, Jesus Christ Superstar, Jimmy Early in Dreamgirls, absolutely. Emmett in Legally Blonde, John Proctor in The Crucible, Othello in Othello, Aaron the Moor in Titus Andronicus. Also, because I saw it, I think last year, Dallas in The Outsiders.
Oh, wow. Okay, you were not joking about this list. You're
No,
like,
no,
come
no.
on, Amanda, it's right here.
Yeah, I'm like, I've always felt like it's nice to have it written down. That way you have sort of just, in the back of your mind. And also, if anyone ever asks, you can be very specific about your
Yeah.
answer.
Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that. I was like, wow, okay, nailing it. But not only are you a Broadway actor, you're also an independent artist, which is really cool. So let's talk about that. Like, tune in. Awesome, by the way. I did listen. Don't
Oh,
worry.
thanks. Thanks so
But
much.
tell me, like, it must have been like a real labor of love for you. You really, your songs have a really intoxicating vibe. So I just want to know, like, tell me, like, what kind of like drew you to becoming an independent artist? What kind of music do you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I've written songs for several years now, and I was really just like procrastinating. Honestly, I think as most of us do, and you're wringing your hands over like, is it good enough? And no, I don't know, like, and
Right.
it just sort of all that stuff, the hurdles that we put in our own way. And then I booked Lion King, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have a steady check for a bit, and Lion King is physically grueling, but doesn't require much more than like I have a lot of sort of creative juice still left with that show, and so yeah, I was like, well, I think if I'm going to be in this show and have all this time, like I might as well use the time wisely. So I was like, I think now is the time to go ahead and work on this album and figure out like which songs are going to go on it, and find a producer and really get to work. And so I found my producer Brett Castro, who's out in Brooklyn, and yeah, and we just like really dug in. It took us, yeah, roughly like a year. factoring in like schedules and vacations and all that sort of stuff. Um, but yeah, it was I learned so much, and I'm really excited about the next things I'm getting ready to sort of start putting out into the world. But yeah, getting that first one out was really, I think, a big thing just to sort of get over myself, really, and stop being so scared.
Oh, congratulations. I'm glad you did it because your album's great. It really
Thank
is. Like you can sing. And usually when I have Broadway people on, I just want you to know, Vincent, I do put people on the spot just a little bit. So if there's something that you want to give me a little something, maybe it's Lion King, a little bit of your music, just a little something for the fans out there.
I I mean, I think it's the first song on the album. It's called Candid, and the chorus is like, "Stop your posing, candid camera, you beautiful naturally." Yeah, a little.
Love it. Love it. No, you're so good. Like seeing you as Rock too. Like it was great. We were so close and I'm like, this cast is great. Again, like please make Take the Lead go to Broadway. Broadway, okay? I have Vincent here and both of us agree that it has to go on Broadway. So tell me, like what's next for you?
I'm we got 2 weeks left of Take the Lead. Um, I've got a little break after that, and then yeah, I've had some auditions lately, and so seeing how those sort of pan out, which will ultimately dictate and determine what the next chunk of time looks like. Which I should find out about those things relatively soon, I think. Um, so yeah, for now, it's just Take the Lead, and I'm working on a new single right now. Actually, I had a session yesterday. I'm doing another one tomorrow.
Yay.
So yeah, that'll be finished probably before the end of the month. I don't know when I'm gonna release it. It'll depend on a couple other factors, but yeah. So doing Take the Lead, writing music, getting ready to release some new stuff. Um, yeah, just trying to keep it all going.
I can't wait to hear it and I'm honestly confident that I'm going to see you on Broadway again very soon. But before you go, Vincent, I was wondering if we could play a game. I do this with all of my guests.
Go.
So it is called the speed round, okay? So I'm going to ask you as many questions as you can. It's about you, don't worry, and you know yourself best. So it's mostly like this or that questions or just something fun, and let's see how many you can do. I got to grab my pen. So
Yeah, yeah.
that
What's the record? Just so I know. I'm a little competitive.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I haven't done the game in a while, but my record was 20.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's see if maybe you can beat that. The time goes by pretty fast, Vincent.
Yeah.
It does. Okay. So we're gonna give it a whirl and let's see if you win. I should come up with the prize or something. I really have not thought about this. I haven't thought it through.
I mean, bragging rights is enough for me, honestly.
Bragging rights. I love that. Okay, so you'll get the bragging rights, and every time you come back on my show, you'll be like, by the way, I'm the speed round winner.
Yeah.
And I'll add that to the introduction to when you come on.
Thank you. I would appreciate that.
All right. Let me know when you're ready, and I'm going to start the timer.
Ready.
Okay. 3, 2. Stage or screen?
Screen.
Can you feel the love tonight or just can't wait to be king?
I can feel the love tonight.
Okay. Pop or rap?
Pop.
Your favorite candy?
Snickers.
Night owl or early riser?
Early riser.
Sing in the shower or in the car?
Shower.
Okay. Bring in or go out for dinner?
Bring in.
What's your nickname?
Vinny Hoops.
Hoops. Okay. How many tattoos do you have?
0.
0. New York or Texas?
Oh, New York.
Okay. Both. Your favorite Broadway show?
Passing Strange.
Your celebrity crush?
Ooh, Padma Lakshmi.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Ooh, cooking shows.
Your age of your first kiss?
I was in like preschool.
Wait, hold on. The timer's up, but preschool?
Yeah.
You got to go into that for 1 second. So,
Yeah, I don't know where I got the idea from. I mean, I guess we all sort of figure out kissing is like a way of expressing affection pretty early because our parents kiss us and other like loved ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, I kissed this young lady by the seesaws.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Oh my God. No, I had to because usually people don't really get all the information I want out in the speed round. So I'm like, okay, I'll just save it for when the timer's over. But you got 15.
oh
That just means we'll have to have you come back on.
yeah, I gotta beat the 20.
You will. You will. But seriously, Vincent, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure talking to you. And anytime, please come back and hang. It's
Yeah, absolutely.
fun.